and got 40 million. I was just shorties.
So before the podcast, you sort of mentioned a little bit that that segregation was good for communities in a sense.
Don't say it like I said it that way. Let me get my shit off.
Let me get my shit off.
You walked in with the Kanye mask on and said segregation good for the economy.
No. Let me get my shit.
That's how I seen it.
Listen.
Oh fuck.
I was listening to a podcast, one of which I won't name because I totally forgot which one it was. But they were discussing segregation and how it ended, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I cared about. I heard the guy say, when you think about it, segregation was a good thing. And then I thought about it. And then I thought about the Black community at the time of segregation and how it was growing and developing. And then when it got knocked down, and then I thought about how the Chinese people seem to segregate themselves from the rest of the world, and they seem to be, thriving. And it seems to be that. But
that's not segregation. That's land ownership. That's ownership. Well, property.
No. Wait. Let me get my shit off. Because I'm not sitting here promoting that we segregate the economy. I'm just saying that it seems to be that when one culture of people sticks to its own, they seem to thrive.
No.
So
I disagree.
So what I will...
And why do you say that?
Because the most powerful country on the planet is what?
America.
United States of America.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. United States of America's main cultural point, but they're
They up there.
economic close second, military distant second.
Okay.
Cultural.
A lot of them niggas though.
Last.
Yeah.
I mean, cultural high.
A larger population is harder to govern. But the United States strength, one of its strongest points, is that we are a blend of so many cultures.
I agree.
And that blend of those cultures allows us to be ahead of the game all around the world. For instance, the atomic bomb. Let's start there. As tragic,
that nigga started with Hiroshima. What the fuck is going on here? Okay.
The atomic bomb was developed in 1944
off the segregation piece.
By immigrants. By immigrants. They were built and designed by immigrants.
I mean, you could say that there were some refugees.
A refugee is a type of immigrant. Anyway, but the point is that the theory of physics that brought nuclear power to the forefront was a German immigrant, Einstein, developed and put into actual engineering and technology by a group of people led by a scientist named Oppenheimer, another German immigrant.
Y'all are some real nerds in this podcast.
No, this is important stuff you should know in history.
Right.
Crazy. How does he know this shit off the head?
Oh, it's his major.
I didn't send this nigga the topic list on before this shit.
No, this is
history. This is important.
Yeah,
Go crazy.
It's military
My bad,
history.
I'm interrupting.
It's military history. In addition, it's the Air Force history and the Air Force Museum and one of the main Air Force bases, Wright Pat Air Force Base. I went to high school right next to. So, Oppenheimer was a German immigrant, and they were the two people with a bunch of usually Jewish immigrants from Europe who were fled the Nazi regime, developed the nuclear bomb that ended World War II and made America the powerhouse that it is. In addition, they developed nuclear power, which allowed us to generate high amounts of power very quickly and thus speed ahead of the Soviets because our nuclear technology was better because we developed it better and we kept on developing it up until 3 Mile Island.
Because of the blend of cultures, you're saying?
Right. It is that blend of cultures.
We've been to advance like that technology. Okay, I get what you're saying.
So it is, and even in military studies, they prove this.
Nah.
For instance, when they were studying gender segregation in the battlefield.
Mhm.
Yes, every single male soldier can outclass any female soldier physically.
Mhm.
But the teams that were mixed gender did way better in tests
Mhm.
than the teams that were segregated sexually.
Right.
So it's not only a matter of culture and experience inclusivity, it's a matter of different people from different cultures and different genders think differently physically.
Now, see, this is
Yeah.
this is my thought
Yeah.
process. I don't want to ever see a time where we're segregated to the point that we can't blend. You know what I mean? But what if we broke this shit up like they did in Black Panther? You got one. Let's say you take the black people. We take the South, Georgia, Tennessee, all that shit down there.
Mhm.
You send who all lives out here? We got the Asians.
The Mexicans. We claim the Midwest.
The Mexicans want the Midwest.
No, we want
the
California.
Southwest.
I was about to say,
Yeah,
I would
Southwest.
think y'all would want like the Southwest. All right, then we put all the white people in the Northwest, and we put the Asians in the Northeast.
New York.
Now,
You want to do that the opposite way around.
You're also describing prison.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
That's what they do.
Yo, yeah, I think yeah.
But
You have a point. It's the most peaceful way while locked up because you've got people who would fight each other.
Fact. But
Unfortunately,
so I guess my thought process would be to let one culture dominate each region.
Okay.
So
What happens when that
that's
culture
Hunger
wants
Games
to
with
expand,
races.
though?
We call that place Europe, Africa, Asia, and South
And what did
America.
we witness Europe do?
they took over
What?
everything.
I don't know, nigga.
Europe spread out.
They took all
They
the
took
shit.
over everything.
Right. The people who
Sound
were
pretty good to me if we take over everything.
No, but it was
No.
Europe
white
did
people.
it, and look at how the world was all
But
fucked up.
if we all united as the United States, I feel like then we avoid that problem. Like we still united.
I don't think
how
that-
does segregation help us unite?
I'm not saying, but see, this is not what I'm talking about. Segregation. I'm just saying, like, if one specific culture dominated like a region,
Well, no,
You know what I'm saying?
because
I'm not
then
saying
what
you
happens
can't
when
move-
one region has a
you can't
population
move
that's
freely
too
through that
big?
region.
What happens when one population's culture starts to infect into another place? You can't stop that. You can't stop culture from
Right.
happening and from taking over, as we've seen with America and Black culture. They couldn't stop our culture.
Yeah,
from
you
becoming
can't
the
stop
dominant
this shit.
culture.
Mm-mm.
So if you can't stop that, then these other
We them
regions
niggas.
will eventually succumb to the big region, and that's all that
Mhm.
colonialism and all that expansionism and empires are.
And the only way
Right.
you can stop cultural expansion is through extreme oppression.
Mm-hmm. And
For
extreme
instance,
oppression.
back to your example of China, the Uyghurs in the northwestern portion of China, they're a group of native Chinese people who are culturally Muslim, and
Gotcha.
they have been put into camps and forced into labor
Oh shit! They're in
It's
work
Chinese.
camps.
due to
Muslim.
segregation and
Yeah.
and separation.
There's Muslims of every type.
Dog.
Islam's one of the biggest religions on the planet.
All right,
Second
so
biggest.
segregation,
Figure that one
not a
out,
good segregation, not a good thing. Top 5 white people, go.
Okay, that's a good question. There's a lot of good white people.
Give me two. Hurry up. Give me two.
Define
Y'all better
good.
start thinking.
Define good.
Your top 5.
He didn't say good. He just said top
I said
five.
your top 5.
He didn't say good. He just said top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph Liston's got to be up there.
Define that.
Joseph Liston, not Liston, excuse me, Lister. Joseph Lister was a Quaker scientist who discovered antiseptic techniques and how to kill bacteria.
Oh, that's cool.
Why you know so much about
That the
bacteria?
penicillin dude?
That's the second podcast in a row this nigga been talking about bacteria.
I read there's this amazing book on actually Joseph Lister that is the history of antiseptic and discovery of bacteria and how it was actually one of the most difficult things for scientists to prove to each other.
That's your top white dude?
He saved more lives than any human being.
Oh.
That's pretty sweet.
Still
I was gonna
last
say
white
Hugh
dude.
Hefner. Fuck.
No, not only was he a white dude, he was a Quaker, which meant that he was a pacifist white dude. You know when you ever go to the airport and you see those people that are still wearing 18th century clothing and they're like low tech as possible, those people saved more people's lives than anybody else on the planet.
That's tight.
Right?
So who's your number 2?
I fucked that up. My bad.
What'd you say? Hugh Hefner?
Yes.
We know where Dom's life is at.
Yeah.
Hugh
Your
Hefner.
answer's way better.
So who's your number 2?
Oh shit.
Well, Maria Curie was incredibly impressive. She advanced physics by decades by sacrificing herself to study radiation.
I should let you go last because
yeah.
he's just shitting on us right now. Who's your number 2?
Jim Carrey.
Hugh Hefner and Jim
Another
Carrey
solid white
versus
dude.
versus Marie Curie.
Who's your number
Just
3?
Lister. Jonathan Lister.
Let me think.
I definitely thought he was gonna go with somebody from like Guns N' Roses.
Fuck no.
Right.
There's not a single person in Guns N' Roses that I would trust with my life or my friendship.
Well, who's your number?
Preach, bro. Yeah, fuck.
Who's your number 3?
Somebody throws a hissy fit on stage that causes an entire riot where people get die $1 million worth of damage is not worth being a friend.
Damn. Facts.
You got a point.
Facts, bro.
You got a point. He
That's
really
carnage.
feels a way about this.
That's carnage.
Yeah, I feel a way about people's behavior. People's behavior is what drives or doesn't drive this.
You're
entire
stalling.
way.
You're stalling. You just
You're
don't
right
wanna
because
tell
I'm
us
trying to.
something.
I'm trying to think.
I know Leonardo DiCaprio. He's
Fuck
got to
no.
be in this.
No.
joint.
I got you for my number 1 though.
Let's see.
It's David Attenborough.
Oh,
That man has
Not bad.
narrated so much of my fantastic
bad.
adult life,
I don't even
and
know
my
what it
child
is.
life.
He did so much
That's
for
the
nature.
guy who narrates all the nature documentaries.
Well, he did.
yeah.
Well, a lot of them, yeah. Mhm.
Just because I got to throw a wild card in there, I'll go with Teho Brahe. Why not?
Tail Brock.
Who flub is that?
The fuck?
He's an astronomer. He's the guy that discovered supernovas, but I have to put him up there because he's more of an interesting person because he was absolutely batshit and crazy. All right. You ready for this one? He discovered supernovas with his naked eye,
What?
just looking up at the sky and watched a star explode and figured that one out.
Holy shit. That's
He
sick.
was so wealthy. He was actually more wealthy than the entire country of Denmark at the time, I believe. Or he was like, imagine Elon Musk back in the 17th century. He was that wealthy, and he was batshit crazy.
As you should be with that kind of wealth.
Yeah, no, he
You got a
would
point.
he'd invite his friends over for drunken parties where he would have animals from all across the world brought into his house just to get them shit-faced and have his friends make fun of like moose that are drunk and shit like that. They would
What's wrong
fall
with that?
down the
Just
stairs.
he got the animals
What's wrong
drunk?
with
Yeah, he got the animals
Hold
drunk.
on, fuck
I thought he
that.
was
No.
gonna
Yeah.
like Hunger Games
That's-
the animal
no, no,
inside
no,
the
no,
crib.
no.
That's how he
some
lost
evil
his
rich
moose
person
because
shit.
the moose got drunk and fell down the stairs. And here's the
I'm not
next.
gonna let y'all do that. I'm not gonna let y'all do that. I'm not gonna let y'all because I know you niggas personally. First off, both of you motherfuckers would like to see some drunk ass moose hobbling around this motherfucker.
Not on a second floor.
Yeah, not on the second floor. If we're making it outside in nature,
I haven't even got to the
my
best fact about Teo Brahe yet.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay, he used to, with his friends, at night get so shit faced he would turn out all the lights, I'll blow out all the candles, and they would get in sword fights. And he lost his nose, and he had a golden nose constructed that he would wear in public. So he was an astronomer that was batshit crazy, had in the dark sword fights with his friends, had a gold nose, and got animals drunk for fun. And he advanced science. That motherfucker's awesome.
Yeah.
He lived a great life.
Shit.
This question has taken a
Right.
turn
You sound like an anime
that I did not
character.
expect it to take. But I'm going to continue. Who's your number 4?
All right.
I need 5. I'm going to get 5 out of you today. How the hell he named the top 5 white people ain't named Larry Bird? Pissing me off. He pissing me off. How the fuck he named
How you missing
Larry
the
did
bag?
help change the NBA.
Damn.
If you want my honest answer to that, I forgot Larry Bird was a person until you just brought him up.
Don't do that to Larry. Don't you do
No
that to
disrespect
Larry.
to the man, but like I have.
Sam's not,
Not
a big
even in the
super
same
basketball
sphere
fan.
of thinking.
He's like
That's funny.
dominant, but Sam knows more.
How the hell Tony Hawk ain't showing up in your top? Steve Irwin ain't in there. It's crazy.
Steve Irwin's tight white. Okay.
Steve Irwin ain't in your top 5. Don't make that face at Steve Irwin.
I'm not making that face of Steve Irwin. I'm literally trying to think of like 2 more white people that are on that level.
Right.
Sam in my top 5. Sam in my top 5. I think I'm at 4. I
don't think we got anybody from him.
David
he
Attenborough.
got David Attenborough.
Attenborough.
That's what he said. That's what I said.
David Attenborough.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Attenborough.
Yeah, he talking
Attenborough.
about.
I'm gonna put Stone Cold Steve Austin on that list.
Randy Orton probably be my top. Yeah, Randy Orton's in there for me.
Elon Musk probably.
John Cena's a nice guy. John Cena's like a stand-up person. He might be on the top 10 at least.
Yeah. If I was to put another wrestler in there, it'd be Cena.
Just his charity work and stuff.
I don't know if I'm throwing Eminem in my top 10. I'm not extending my.
10 is
We're not doing
You
this.
bringing it down?
We're not
out
doing
to
this.
10?
We're not doing this. We're not doing 10. Give me
10,
4
you
and
got-
5, Sam. Give me 4 and 5 real quick so we can move on.
Adam Sandler.
Adam
is a good
Sandler.
one.
He wears
Jennifer
basketball shorts.
Lawrence.
so he can
Johann
play
Sebastian Bach was he was
This question is taking a turn that
That's
I didn't
tight.
know.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
he's
one.
well, we wouldn't have Western music or music as it exists right now without him. He codified. He was basically he didn't do anything super revolutionary for the time, but he was so good at everything that he basically made the rules of why music works the way it does in the West. In addition to that, he was a prolific writer. He wrote usually 45 minutes worth of music every week, in addition to his main job, which was to tune by ear all the organs that were installed across the entire continent of Europe by ear.
You know how annoying that would be.
So he's pitch perfect like that?
Yes.
That's fucking tight.
Right. So the church would hire him to go to the new cathedrals that they were building. And like, no, that pipe right there, that one's a half like cent or like a half a note wrong. Pull it out and rebuild that pipe.
Rebuild it correct.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Dang.
that was his job.
Imagine having to build the
Dang.
same pipe 6 times.
In addition
Right.
to
I'm mad.
Imagine if Charlie
Puth.
Puth could make you rebuild the Sydney Center. That's fucking crazy. That's the same thing, dude.
Yeah. So Bach is up there. And
Puth's on my
I'm
list, too.
naming wild white people today. I don't know these people.
Can I put Da Vinci on my list?
why
What's
not?
your list?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
white.
You ain't got
He's
nobody
the
on
Italian-
your list.
A ginger.
That
I guess
Italian.
they're olive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Da
Some type
Vinci's
of
on my
olive.
list. Da Vinci was definitely a revolutionary. Changed a lot. Definitely very secretive, but also just a true visionary.
Y'all got some
Yeah.
meaning for white people.
Yeah, we should.